Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. This is Loren. There's like a hair on the screen. I don't know if they can see it.
Whose hair is that? Because it's blonde.
It's also short, so it's probably like Josh's.
You didn't get it. You just moved it more into the screen.
Really?
And it's not short. It's hanging down the whole side.
Oh.
So it's some long blonde hair.
It's probably yours.
I don't have blonde hair.
Yeah, I know, but your hair when it's not attached to your head is lighter.
It's not blonde.
Just like every hair. Most hairs.
Not
Actually.
blonde.
You know what? I couldn't even cheat because like you would neuter me. And that's not a risk I'm willing to take. Just kidding. I wouldn't cheat because I love you. But anyway, hello everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. I said this already, and that's Loren. And she's eating some homemade cookie dough. Do you not like it? Is that what you're pushing?
It's just very sweet.
Over to me? I mean, it's tasty. It's basically peanut butter mixed with protein powder with a little bit of chocolate chips in it. I think it needs, I don't really know what it needs. It's not bad, actually. Probably not macro-friendly, though.
I don't know what that means.
Like calories and the type of
well, it's
macros.
protein powder and peanut butter. It was like the too high.
Well, protein powder doesn't have a lot of calories. It just
I
has a lot of
thought it did.
protein. No, it's like 100 calories per scoop.
Oh, well, I use a little bit. And
Yeah.
I only used a tablespoon of peanut butter.
Wait, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter? Really?
2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon.
Oh, well, it's still like 200 calories of peanut butter. Peanut butter has too many
yeah,
calories.
but you're not supposed to sit here and eat this whole thing.
True. Josh said, "Good morning, everyone." That was at 7 o'clock this morning. Wow, early riser over here. Sugar Kitty says meow. Meow to you, Sugar Kitty. Oops. Meow to you. Thanks for being here. And he also says, Holden, quit while you're behind. Yeah.
That's the problem, is Holden can never be behind, so he pushes himself forward even if I'm mad, and then he sleeps on the couch.
To the couch.
I didn't say to the couch. I said it's what happens when you sleep on the couch.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to be drinking today. I mean, obviously, guys, as you can see, we have a flight here in front of me. I'm going to be doing the classic old whiskey game, which I'm super excited to do because it's been a hot minute since we've done it. But I also have a mystery blend that Lauren will pour once we kind of get more started in here. Also,
it's 4 mystery cups.
It's a good point.
You don't need a 5th one.
It's a good point.
You can pick out. You can pick it out. But if you can't guess one of these, then you have to have a punishment something.
Ooh.
But
want to put a little spice on the challenge, don't you?
Yeah, because otherwise there's no incentive for you pouring your own cup.
Well, realistically, I would just need a whatchamacallit, I forget what it's called. Stagnant or I don't know, a whiskey that's gonna be my baseline. Is what is that called? I don't even know.
I don't have a whiskey that's my baseline.
But Robin is in the chat. Says cheers. Cheers to you. Hanging AZ says multiple nerd alert.
Yeah, Holden's a nerd.
But cheers, Hanging AZ. Thanks for being here. Bino is here as well. Hello, new phone again, Lauren. Cheers, Bino. Thanks for being here.
For those of you that don't know Bino, every time you see him, he has a new phone because he breaks it. He was too excited that the Cowboys lost, and he chucked his phone across the room, I'm sure.
Sure, he says, so what are we doing today on this episode of Lauren's World?
We're eating fake cookie dough.
Yep.
Here's a bite for everyone.
Healthy cookie dough. It's actually pretty good, not gonna lie.
And then we're gonna punish Holden.
If I do bad. It's only if I do bad.
You can say if all you want, but history goes to show that it's when you do bad. You don't like the new chocolate chips, right?
No.
I don't either.
They're horrible.
Yeah, the other ones
Why do they taste like that?
I have no idea. They're literally almost the exact same thing as the other ones, but a different brand. I don't like them either.
It's like eating salt.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to buy that brand anymore.
Well, that should count as my punishment because that was horrid.
No, I'm going to not eat any of these chocolate chips, so if you do bad, you have to eat the whole thing.
No, I don't want it. I do not want it. What should I drink? Guys, put in the chat what I should drink on the side of my flight, but While we do that, I'll keep going through. Peter White is also in the chat. Says, cheers, Peter White. Thanks for being here. Bino says, looking good. You too. Thanks, Bino. Tay is also here. Taylor Fashion. Cheers to you. Thanks for being here.
Sorry about your bathroom.
Oh yes. Unfortunate times, everybody. We went to a friend's miss at Taylor's house, Casey and Taylor's house, and
I puked in their bathroom.
Lauren just
For a
didn't know
while.
when to quit. To be fair.
I didn't. The only thing I had more to drink than I normally do is the seltzer and then that Mountain Dew thing.
And you were drinking peanut or cookie dough whiskey.
I had like 2 sips of that. I don't think it's what did me. I don't think it's what.
Well, I
did me
know,
puke.
but it's
I
so
think
sweet
that,
and you're mixing.
No, but I think that because that's all. I don't normally drink that stuff. So
I don't know, but
and I haven't
basically,
puked in a really long time.
basically what happened is that it was a good night, but Lauren just decided like I don't need to eat tonight before I drink.
I didn't decide that. Okay, I had a late lunch and then I didn't have anything to eat for dinner in the house. I didn't feel like stopping anywhere.
And so then she continued to drink an entire bottle of wine, 2 seltzers, some cider, and a little bit of.
To be fair, I lost the
cookie dough
game,
whiskey.
so I had to drink the one.
True.
So.
But long story short, probably pretty early on during the party, before everyone's gone, she decided that she was just gonna die, and then she stayed in the bathroom for probably about 2 hours, and I had to sit there and listen to her cry and cry and cry. And she couldn't physically walk from the bathroom door to the front door so that we could leave because she was worried she was going to puke. So, and that was only about 10 steps. So, like, it was a very long night. In fact, we were in there so long that everyone had left, and even the hosts of the party had gone to sleep because, like, we were just in there forever.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, and it was her first time puking in over a year, probably a year and a half, probably since we started dating.
I'm blaming them too. This is probably the first time I'm drinking with them in a while too.
True, but overall, it was a rough night for Lauren that night. Maybe a segment on the Lauren show where she shows kitties.
I saw
it too. I definitely saw.
I literally just saw your titties, and I was like, what? I'm like,
titties.
We can show all those titties. Kind of
sure.
hairy.
I'm sure Katie said you can send our cookie dough through the USB port. Oh yeah, just put it in up the cord. Here, it's in there. So you guys should. I almost ate another chocolate chip, and that would have been a mistake.
Here.
G-rated punishment. I don't know what the punishment's going to be. I see that fireball still sitting over there, but.
Yeah. I bet this cookie dough is gonna taste good with some of these bourbons.
The cookie dough is good.
Yeah, it's
not. There's the chocolate chips that are bad.
It's just a little sweet for me. Like I think it would actually taste good if we had vanilla protein powder, or if we used peanut butter protein powder.
Probably. Casey Tisler says some ECBP. That would be a good choice. I do like ECBP. Says Lauren, you were fine until you weren't. That is absolutely true. Absolutely schmammered, for sure. The ECBP.
Let's do this one.
Casey said ECBP.
He always gives you the easiest crap, okay?
Looks like we're going with Calumet 15. How many of you guys are believers in cork wetting? Like, do you guys think that I should take my bottles like once in a while and tip them on their side and let the cork kind of soak up some juices? Because
it's like a Loren pour. It's like as much as is in there.
Well, that's okay. Because like these corks get so dry sometimes, I'm worried that they'll rot.
And like, would be if it just fell out and then your whiskers were.
I'd be pretty upset. Not gonna lie, but I'm excited for this because I love Cal 15. Joe Dickinson is in the chat. Says party foul. Absolutely.
I didn't say it was. It was like a happy moment for me.
True. Peter White says driving the porcelain bus. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you wouldn't believe her head was literally in. So the toilet is here, right? She had her arm on one end of the toilet and her hand gripping the other end of the toilet. So her arm was like kind of in the bowl, and she was just resting her head on her arm. So her face was in the bowl, and her hair was kind of in the toilet water, and like she puked on her arm a little bit, and she sat like that for probably 2 hours.
Look at I was.
And when we got home,
toilet, so whatever.
And when we got home, she didn't even shower. And the thing is, the sheets on the bed were brand new that day. We changed them before we went out, and then we had to change them again when we woke up. And I didn't even sleep by her. I was like, that was the one time where I contemplated going to the couch. Honestly, it was, whew, stinky too.
Oh, shut up.
Stanky.
Next time you have a problem, I'm going to spread it out all over the internet. And we're all going to laugh at you.
No.
I'm going to start making a list. And that's what the next live stream is going to be about.
True. Joe Dickinson says, I wet the cork every time I open it. Yeah, I do too. The problem is with, like, the channel and, like, the amount of bottles I have. It's not very often that I'm, like, grabbing the same bottle that, like, I can wet the cork because I grabbed that bottle to drink it. So, I mean, some bottles I haven't touched in probably, like, a couple months. But some bottles I touch regularly, so I guess it's just one of those things. Sugar Heat says, how often do you drink from each bottle? If it's less than once every month, then maybe wet them. If you drink more than that from them, don't even worry about it. Yeah, I definitely don't.
That's it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to wet them. Honestly,
you know, you need to work on your wedding anyway.
it is 11 minutes into this live stream. You need to get your head out of the gutter. Want to give me a watch to wear, please? A watch to wear. Ooh, blue. I feel incomplete with that one on. But Peter says, I tend to tip the bottles now and then, plus agitate the whiskey. For sure, the better bottles. Yeah.
You're good at agitating.
Is it roast Holden night or what?
You just went on for like 15
You have your
minutes.
Scotch on the Rocks shirt on. I like my Scotch on the Rocks. And honestly, like, all the ones that have synthetic corks and stuff, like, who cares? It's the ones with the real corks, like the ECBPs, Larceny, Cal 15, you know, all those kinds, the Russells especially. Honestly, all of those have real corks except for the makers is synthetic. And then I think all those have real corks as well. So I'm definitely going to have to be doing some wetting of the corks. And says, why are you telling on Loren? God, Holden. Well, to be fair, she's proud of it. And it probably would have came up eventually in the chat anyway, since Casey and Tay are here. Four Leaf Whiskey, Stacey H is in the house. Cheers, everyone. And then she says, specifically, hi, Loren, because you're her favorite.
I know everyone's favorite.
Joe Dickinson says, if you did more bottle flipping, you wouldn't have to worry about those dry corks. That's true.
Holden's a pro at cow tipping, so you think he'd be good at bottle tipping.
I've never tipped a single cow in my life. Just because I grew up in hillbilly town where there was such thing as bring your tractor to school day does not mean that I'm a certified cow tipper.
On YouTube had bring your tractor to school day. That's probably a thing in most schools that aren't in the city.
How many people had bring your tractor to school day growing up? That's just an honest question.
We couldn't even have bring your car to school day because no one could afford one. That's why. Everyone who had a car at my high school, I don't know where the heck they got the money.
People had multiple cars when they went to Denmark. Driveways looked like
because
like parking lots.
In Denmark they don't care about the laws about how old you're supposed to be when you work, or how much you're supposed to work, or anything like that.
So, someone needs to pick rocks in the field and tend to the crops.
I understand that, but
and take care of the chickens.
It's technically illegal, and in the city you follow that.
I'm sure he says Cal 15 is becoming a better and better value, while others of that age are going up in price. I now see the Cal 15 at 105, down from 135. I absolutely agree. I think this is like...
You don't even pay 135 for it.
No, I paid 110 or 115
for it.
Yeah, so it was already down a little bit when I...
I think we got like right before the 16.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's good. It's one of my favorites, actually. Joe Dickinson says, I've heard the country kids do that.
He must be
yeah, country kid right here.
Okay, but Holden is the least country kid on this planet.
I'm like a good hybrid between the both of them.
I can't believe he survived in the country for the first 18 years of his life.
Adaptable, though.
I mean, like,
Okay, I grew up. I had a lifted Jeep with armored bumpers. I had dirt bikes and motorcycles.
I didn't know you then.
I know, but what I'm saying is I'm adaptable.
But you're like a very city-y guy to me.
I wouldn't say city. I would say adaptable is the right word. Because like
I wouldn't call you adaptable.
Why? Yeah, well, I think I'm adaptable. Miranda says, "What up, big sexy?" from Josh, because that'd be odd if Miranda was calling me big sexy, seeing as I am her cousin. But cheers, Miranda and Josh. Thanks for being here and watching. Casey says, I know I had tractor to school day. I drove a tractor. However, I did not tip any cows. Why, you may ask? I am not the Hulk.
That's true. You're pretty skinny.
That's true.
But I feel like
she just
with
called
like
you weak, dude.
I feel like with like high school Holden, you two could have gotten somewhere.
The thing about cow tipping is you don't actually push the cows over. You
just tickle their udders, right? And then they go.
I can't really remember. I thought you just scared them. Because that's how they do it in cars. They go up, they honk the horn, they go, and then they tip over
tractor
backwards.
Tipping.
Sugar said I had a long story about cow. I have a long story about cow tipping in college days. It's sad. It's not a story about responsible drinking. Needless to say, I'd love to hear it. And tell us how you tip them.
There's this college, in Sheboygan, and they had this was years ago, but they have like weird dorms there, and someone brought a cow into one of the parties, like a fucking cow, and everyone got drunk and pushed the cow out the window, and it died. It died, Holden. The cow died.
What the heck?
Yes.
That poor cow.
Because it pushed it out of the window.
It didn't deserve that. It really didn't. Derek says our Russell's doesn't last long enough to worry about the cork. That's very true. But you have a lot of other bottles nowadays. You gotta start tipping
your other crap, yeah.
But that's a good problem to have. Stacey says we never had tractors. Some took their date to prom on a combine. I think that's a newer thing. Interesting. I don't think many people took their tractors to prom, but to be fair, they usually showed up in their big lifted trucks with their long, greasy mullets. Casey was one of them. Although I don't think Casey ever necessarily had a mullet, but he had some shaggy hair and a big lifted truck, big mud tires on, even though things never seen the gravel driveway a day in his life, so let alone mud. Hanging AZ says, leave the cows alone, you savages.
I didn't touch the cows. One time I milked a cow. It was fun.
Sure Kitty says a lifted Jeep. Out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip? Yeah, so it was actually a 1998 Jeep Wrangler. So it was a TJ, a soft top, two-door, and it had an armored bumper with a winch and big mud tires on it. And I did some hooligan crap with that. It was good.
Holden had that white girl car. That rich white girl car.
No, mine looks far from a rich white girl car. Mine looks like a
meth head with white,
teeth missing car.
If you painted it white, Holden.
No.
It would have been close.
Listen, no rich white girl is driving a soft top Jeep. They'll have a hard top on.
Rich white girls that like to get dirty will drive a soft top one.
The hard tops still come off.
I know, but
the soft tops are cold as cold.
Maybe they like being cold and their nipples poke through and they can get guys faster.
Stacey thinks you're saying I'm a hipster. I hope not. That made me a D-gen from up country. Hanging AZ says cows sleep standing up. So yeah, so maybe wake them up really loudly and they tip over. You never know.
Okay, I watched a video. Why don't we go and check it out?
I watched a video the other day of cows testing out electric fences. It's really funny because like they go up to it, they're like, "What's this?" And then they go, and they like jump back, and like all the cows around them are like, "Whoa!" But it was like a voiceover thing. So the guy's like, "Hey Gary, don't touch that." He's like, "Yeah, but what is it?" And then he like touched it, right? Yeah, it's a classic. Joe Dickinson says country hipster. That's a new thing. That's true.
Not a hipster. He's just
the country.
He grew up so like far out of the country that he's literally 2 minutes from the city, but he calls himself country. So it's like,
I'm 7 minutes from city.
Oh.
2 minutes. Gosh. 2 minutes is literally a walk from the city. If I walked to Green Bay,
I grew up 5 minutes from the water. Does that make me living in fucking Aquaman's world or what? No, it doesn't make me a fish. So guess what?
Okay, but not to mention, the 7 minutes from the city was the east side of Green Bay, which is hardly the city. I mean, 7 minutes to the city, but it's still like
7 minutes to the ghetto,
it's
yeah.
15 to 20 minutes to like Lambeau Field.
That's a different city.
That's in Green Bay.
Technically, but you literally go half a block over and it's not.
Either way. Cow tipping, not cow tickling. Yeah, not cow tickling.
I'll tickle one.
Who invited this one? Just kidding. Anyways, he says, that is how you party in Wisconsin.
That happened one time. I don't think it's one of my teachers in high school was telling us that she was at a party when she was in high school and the cops came and they ran through a cornfield to get away, right? Because they were all drunk. And she, her foot landed in a hole inside the cornfield and it snapped backwards. Like her bone snapped backwards and the cops found her and she was like, I'm stuck in the cornfield. And she told us this when we were like 16.
I've heard a lot of stories about people getting drunk and wandering in cornfields and just disappearing for like the night, and then like in the morning they wake up drunk and cold and or slightly hungover. Slightly. Miranda says that's that poor heifer.
Miranda's more country than you.
Well, she's not.
You just heard me.
Why?
I feel like Miranda.
Because she called it a heifer.
I feel like Miranda could take out like a bear, and you couldn't.
Do you even know me?
Yeah, I cannot see you. I could see you running away from a bear.
Okay, first of all, anyone stupid enough to fight a bear is probably gonna die.
Some bears you have to make noise, and some bears you pretend to be dead.
Yes, I know, but make noise. It's different.
You know which one it is?
It's different if you're face to face. Making noise is what scares them away. But if you accidentally sneak up on one and it turns around, it's gonna maul you. Unless you know. It's going to maul you either way. It's faster than you are. So running isn't really accomplish anything. That's why you zigzag. But
did they teach you that in bear running school?
No, my boss hunts bears.
Your boss, not whole bear.
Anyway, what are they talking about? 4 cans of what? I'm not sure. I never said we actually tipped the cow. Just a story about it. Let's just say farmer came along, we scattered, blackout. I woke up, face down in the morning, 2 hours hitchhiking home. Yeah, so that sounds about like a good time, honestly.
Face down in the.
You're lucky you didn't.
Like in the poop?
Like vomit and then you'd be sleeping and that'd be gross. Derek says I used to tell the kids when we seen a trailer full of cows that it was one last ride for them.
He did.
That's true. Yeah.
It was by the time I was in college before I saw like a full like trailer full of like alive cows.
Trailer full of heifers. And AZ says Bourbon Bar live from the North Pasture, bud. Fucking A, right, bud. We cut our weight in firewood. Oh, speaking of Canadian people, I always forget Peter's Canadian, all these Canadian jokes that we make. Like going out for a rip, are you, bud? What was that for? I'll have to look, not too much. Oh, I don't really know what they're talking about. Make the cow lay down, then roll them over. And then tickle the belly. I don't know why. As soon as he said that, I was thinking like when a dog rolls over like this, and then you tickle its belly. He said that, and I pictured like a cow, like it just hung out. That's how they make Wagyu beef. It's those cows in Japan where they like. I feel like you're gonna manicure them.
First of all, are you really gonna sit here and explain Wagyu beef to the people who know more than you?
Oh yeah, they definitely for sure know more than I do. Casey says the ghetto is 7 minutes. Absolutely true. Lauren lives in the ghetto.
I don't live in the ghetto. First of all,
I mean that's what I thought. Anyway, to be fair, Casey, you can back me up on this. When you don't live in Green Bay and you live in like the surrounding small towns.
Do you guys hear the way like Green Bay? These people who are from bigger cities literally think Green Bay is a small city. Have you heard the way that people from Chicago talk about Appleton? And you're literally gonna sit here and act like Green Bay is this big like it's not. It's not.
Anyway, Green Bay is all one entity that includes parts of De Pere, Ashwaubenon, and all this Bellevue and all those subsidiaries of Green Bay, including all of the like 15 schools that are in Green Bay are all just Green Bay. Yeah, but they're all just Green Bay to us. We don't really care.
That's fine.
So,
but
that's what it is.
That has nothing to do with what you said to me when we first started dating.
Yeah, and so hence the fact that you lived in Green Bay meant to me that you lived in the ghetto.
Like I don't even understand your thought process.
It was scary going over there.
This is exactly what I mean. You wouldn't survive more than 2 minutes somewhere. You really think that walking around in the city is scary, but you can walk around.
It's different now.
And, no.
Listen, it's
Let's
different.
be honest.
Let's be honest. We walked through Bourbon Street and down the side streets in New Orleans and the French Quarter at nighttime, defenseless.
We were not defenseless. You were holding my hand, and then the other hand, you're like, I got my gun ready. And you're like,
I don't have a gun. I mean, I have like a big gun. Oh, yeah.
God.
That's true. But
guys,
they make me put concealed
this is
carry.
starting early. He's upsetting
They
me.
make me put concealed
Drink
carry.
your damn whiskey. It's been 26 minutes and you haven't taken one sip.
Joe Dickinson says, if there were country roads, then it's not the city. Exactly. And I can shoot a rifle in my backyard. No one's going to say things. We hunt. And, you know,
that doesn't mean anything. I already said you didn't grow up in the city. I just said you weren't very country. Drink your dang whiskey.
Okay, let's get the game started. You need to pull up a timer, unless you need me to pull up on my phone.
I need you to do it, because you're upsetting me. Okay. You have 2 more minutes.
To what?
Till we fire you and get a new person.
Oh, no, I think he meant he's 2 minutes from the city. Okay, let's get 30 seconds on the clock. So, I gotta remember if I know how this works, but I think you all know how this... Okay. I think you all know how this works. I got 2 rounds of nosing, 2 rounds of tasting, and 1 round of a bottle guess. Each round thing is 30 seconds. We got... Which side is A?
That's A.
This is A?
It's always been A.
It's been a while. We got A through D, 4 glasses here, all blind. So I'm going to start off on the nose, starting at A, work our way through, 30 seconds a question, and I got 8 questions to solve. Do you have the questions available?
Is that how we played it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 30 seconds of...
No, 30 seconds. You asked me a question. I got 30 seconds to tell you an answer. Do you have the paper with the questions on it?
I don't have the paper. You threw it around the room last time we were
here. I think I see it on the floor, guys. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, so yeah,
I didn't make a paper ready. I didn't need to get a paper ready. This is what happens when you upset me. No, I'm not ready.
Okay, well, I'll keep going through the comments, and you just
comment.
go ahead and don't show me any of that. By the way, Joe Dickinson, did you ever get your hands on that that Booker's? If you did, let me know, because I'd love to get a bottle. I might even pay just a little bit over retail. And when I say a little bit, I might pay over retail. So just shoot me an offer if you happen to get one. Andy D says, Children of the Corn. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't go in cornfields that had full corns in them because that movie freaked me out, even though I've never seen it. But I wasn't about to go in there and, you know, yeah. No Barrett Creek. Barrett Creek is in Green Bay. That is... It's kind of on the east side, right? I don't know.
Barrett Creek is literally over by where your brother lives.
I know. It's by Hudson's house. Anyway, Stacy says 2 stacks, dram in a can, Irish whiskey. They come in a pack of 4 cans. Whiskey in a can. That is interesting. How much is a can? Is that what you guys were talking about earlier? $100 for any 2 stacks. Wait. So you get 4 cans for $100. Is that what you're saying with this comment here? I'm intrigued, Stacy. You're gonna have to elaborate on that one. Casey says the topics that we have gone through in 25 minutes is crazy. That's true. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's just it's been one of those nights. We're kind of just on a roll, and it's just what's happening. Joshua's in the chat, even though he was technically here earlier through Miranda. He's here now on his own. Says, Loren been on your ass today. That's true. She do be nipping on my heels. Haynes says they have a football team. To be fair, the To Be Fairs are off the chain tonight. I thought Hamilton was small with 776,000 people. What does Denmark have like?
There's 100,000 people in Green Bay.
In Denmark, I think has like
probably a few thousand.
7 or 5 or 7,000.
Which is huge compared to lots of small towns. So you can't even sit here and act like you're like this.
I don't actually know the population of Denmark. And to be fair, Denmark's pretty big. Like
Colin,
everyone
so
in the country.
Is every other city like that. It has to be because they have to.
Yeah, I don't really know how many people live in Denmark. Green Bay is either a straight ghetto or rich white people. Josh or Casey or someone, can you guys look up what the population of Denmark is? I'm curious.
I'm ready.
But you're absolutely right, Josh. I'm going to sketch up on this since I'm getting close to the thing here. I'm going to speed through them. The scariest thing about Green Bay is you could freeze to death. Come visit Cleveland. That's true, but still not as cold as
Okay, it was like
Canada.
37 degrees out today.
It was really nice today. And AG says nothing scarier than some hoods in South Phoenix. That I can believe. I'm from Columbus, and I think Cleveland is scary. Interesting. Cleveland, Ohio. Isn't there like nothing in Ohio? Or is that...
That's rude.
Well, isn't Ohio the one left of Illinois?
That's Indiana.
No, Indiana is right of Illinois.
Oh, no.
Left
Ohio's...
of Illinois. Under
Idaho.
Minnesota. Where's Des Moines? Iowa.
Yeah, that's what I
Not
said.
Ohio.
What
You
did
said
I say?
Idaho.
I meant Iowa.
No, never mind. Iowa has nothing in it.
Ohio is next to Indiana.
Okay.
Gosh, I feel like we need a damn map because Holden clearly didn't pass geography.
I did. I just have a short-term photographic memory, so I would remember it for probably a week.
No, Holden, that is not...
Nobody cares the
you
actual
literally
definition.
make me want... That's not a thing! There's no definition! Oh my god.
I'm very good at memorizing things for a short period of time, and then I forget them. It's like in, and then when I don't need it anymore, out. That's how I learned Japanese so good. For a short period of time.
Can you just drink a whiskey before I take over and push you out of the room?
Okay. Hold on. My cousin lives 5 blocks from where the White Sox play in Bridgeport, Southside Chicago. That is a scary neighborhood. Yeah, I would never go to South Chicago, but Chicago's a fun city if you stay in the good parts. 700K is small. Oh my god, I grew up in a town of 1,200 and 4,000 people. I thought 20,000 was big time. True. Holden, check your email later. I will. Thank you. Phoenix is huge. Cool. Yeah, well, it is 2 stacks cans. 4 cans for $20? Is it actual whiskey or is it like a whiskey drink? That's interesting.
This was supposed to be quick.
Sorry. Jamming a can, bud, to take on out for a rip. Fucking A, right? We did, bud. We cut our weight in firewood. Good show, guys. Thanks, Bino. They have 2 stacks at Binny's. Well, next time I go to Binny's, then I'll definitely check it out. Casey says it's like 2,300, 2,500. So that's the size of Denmark. Josh says, yeah, we're going to figure out how to get a bro or get a...
To be fair counter.
Troby fair counter. Well, I don't know how many Troby fairs there will be, but it'll be a lot of to be fairs. I live in Southern Ontario, 13.5 million people.
Yes, that's what happens when you go to a big city.
A third of the population of Canada. That's insane. 2408, Josh says, is a population of Denmark. Left or west? Left or west?
Okay.
West.
In Wisconsin.
If you're looking at a map, it's left and west.
If you're in Wisconsin, you don't use north, south, east, and west.
You just go up, north, down, south.
And when you say you travel, you don't say it's about 10 miles. You say it's about 7 minutes. Like, it's different.
That's true. Do people use miles and others?
Yes.
What? That's wild. Stacy says not impressed with the Wisconsin education system. Ohio is between Indiana and Pennsylvania.
That's what I said!
No, I know where Ohio is. Wait. Oh, that's the one?
I don't know where Ohio is.
Here's the thing. I knew where Stacy lived. Not like specifically, but I knew that Stacy lived in the state to the right of Indiana. But I didn't really comprehend when we were saying Ohio. Yeah, sorry. Dummy over here. Joe Dickinson says Ohio is the heart of it all. I feel like Ohio's a great place, especially if you need to find Weller. Josh says, do I need to come over there and run live? Maybe. Maybe just bring a map over here. Haim says only 1.65 million people in Phoenix. It's a lot of people. And Stacy is laughing. Okay, let's get into this blind flight here. I'm super excited because...
Yes, let's kill more of your brain cells. That's the smartest decision right now. I'm like embarrassed that I'm here with you right now.
That's not nice. Okay, first question. We got glass A on the nose. 30 seconds. What is my question?
So bourbon or a rye?
Bourbon or a rye? Good question. Good question. Start me off with an easy one.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
It's not easy, though, because I don't know the answer.
You never know the answer.
True. To be fair. I'm going to go with a bourbon on glass number 1. And Joe Dickinson says, oh, yeah, Toronto feels like it's a state. It's so big. True, but Canada, what is like a province?
We've been through this before.
I'm clearly not the smartest. I lied. I'm smart in a lot of other
The provinces are a lot bigger than the states.
I know, but is it like...
A lot bigger.
But they're like states.
Well, it's like a version. There's nothing we could really compare it to America that you would understand.
Anyways, he says Phoenix is like the fifth most populated city in the U.S. Really? Is it like big, like city big, or is it just populated largely?
Phoenix is like a big city.
I know it's a big city, but is it like Chicago and New York big, or is it like?
It's big.
Well, what is it like? Where do Chicago and New York rank in population?
I'm pretty sure that
1 and 2, or
no.
Really?
No. Pretty sure that somewhere in California is probably number 1.
I suppose San Francisco, maybe. Los Angeles.
I don't like when you just throw things out.
Anyway, on to question numero dos. Glass B on the nose, Lauren, was my question. Good talk. Toronto is the 6th, so of course it's big. Not sure what the 6th is, but Peter says a province is like a state.
New York is number 1, then Los Angeles, then Chicago, then Houston, then Phoenix, then Philadelphia, then San Antonio, San Diego, Dallas, and San Jose.
Interesting. See, I mean, I was pretty close. New York, Chicago is 1 and 3, and then I said Los Angeles when we were talking about California.
What did you call it?
Los Angeles. Some people call it Los Angeles, and some people call it Los Angeles.
It's technically supposed to be pronounced in Spanish. Do you know how to say it in Spanish?
Los Angeles.
I don't think that's how you say it in Spanish. That's just you saying it in regular people English with fancy accent.
Oh, how do you say it in Spanish then?
I don't know.
Sure, he says, or Hanging says, sure, he was hanging in the meow. Oh, that's just mean.
What?
Tricky was hanging out in the mean streets of Gilbert, Arizona.
It's a meow.
The meow streets. New York is 8.4 million. That's a lot of people. I know Ontario is huge. I can get there from Detroit and Niagara Falls. I wish that we could just take a weekend trip to Canada.
We got a passport soon.
True. Peter White says Toronto is the 5th largest city in North America. Really?
All right.
Okay. Joe Dickinson said, I used to go to Windsor and drink when I was younger because of the drinking age. Oh. Gotta think smarter, not harder. That's what I always say. My Bourbon Journey is in the chat. Cheers, man. Thanks for being here. Wait, is this my glass B?
That's your glass B.
Cheers, man. Thanks for being here. We're talking about geography and how bad the Wisconsin education is.
I'm fine.
I'm just bad.
That's how bad you are.
But sure, he says 6 municipalities. Yeah, that's saying it right. We're joined together to make today's Toronto, and that's why it's the 6th. Interesting. I did not know that. What is a municipality? Anyway, glass B on the nose. We got 30 seconds. And what is the state of distillation?
You're driving me crazy.
These both smell good, but they got me all confused. They both have a bready note in them, and I'm confused about that because
you're gonna like the rest of them then.
Why?
I'm not gonna tell you the answer to that question.
And nice. 1 second. I'm gonna have to go with Kentucky. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. It smells like it could be Kentucky. It smells good. Both A and B smelled really good. We're going to go ahead and move on to glass C on the nose. What is the question for glass C? Age.
Go.
Okay.
The fact that it's 6:40 and you haven't even gotten all the way through these glasses.
This does not giving me a lot here on the nose. At least it's not jumping out. Kind of smells light and fruity, maybe even finished. I would not say it's a high age statement. I'm definitely not getting a whole bunch of oak on the nose, which is kind of what you think with age. So I'm going to go with a 5-year age statement.
Okay, last one right away.
Glass D on the nose. What is
Mash
my question? What is the mash bill? Oh, kind of smells like it could be a rye. I'm definitely getting a little bit of like an herbaceousness in it and maybe some spice, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure about that. But if I was going to put money on it, I might say that this is a rye.
If you're going to put money on shit now, I'm leaving.
I'm not putting money on anything. If Advent has taught me nothing. Oh. Ah, shh. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to have to say that is a rye. Let's say rye, corn, barley. Rye being first grain. I'm not sure if he says, remember, Scott is next up on the TGIT lineup. After that, 210.90. And the encore is Whiskey Encore with Cheech. So we got the whole night laid out in front of us, which is awesome. Thank you again, Sugar Kitty, for putting that in there. So I got to highlight that. I'm just going to highlight the comment. And then
Holden's going to forget to say it before the end, so we're just
at the end of the night, I have a comment highlighted. I think I did that right. I started. I don't know if that, maybe I need to be on here to pin a comment, but yeah, there.
What does that just do? Make it the top?
See, it'll always
you
just
don't
be
go
there.
on there before you exit.
Well, maybe it will.
You never do.
I have it start on here too, so maybe it'll still work. But Casey says hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't yet, and make sure to follow the Bourbon Bar on Instagram and TikTok as well. Yeah, guys, please hit the like button, lick the like, and like the lick, as Sugar Kitty would say, because that does help out a lot. Joe Dickinson says need a Canadian get together to chase the found north. I feel like I've seen a bottle of that. Well, I can't be sure. You know, I've seen, maybe it's because I've seen it in reviews and on Facebook, but I thought I saw a bottle of it one time, but I didn't know what it was, so I didn't buy it. Sugar says nice. Yeah, so back to the drinking. We are on the round 2 of tasting our way through these glasses. So round 2 on the nose of glass A. What is my question going to be?
Proof.
What is the proof?
Go.
This smells really good. I want to say like there's a little bit of honey and fruit in here. Proof doesn't smell like it's too much. But it doesn't smell too light either. I'd probably say like right in the 100s area. Could be a bottled and bond or like 101. But definitely not too high. And I get 5. I get plus or minus 5. So, oops. Oh, quiet. Okay. I'm going to have to go with 104 proof.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to glass B on the nose. What is my question for this one?
Finished.
Is it finished? Yes or no? Ready? Go. Why does it smell like a pickle? I don't think it's actually.
I bought some
honestly,
wicked pickle at the store, and
it's not like a dill, like MGP type pickle. It almost smells like ranch pickle. Like, I don't know.
What the fuck's a ranch?
Like
pickle?
a zesty pickle. I don't know. Maybe it sounds like ranch. I don't know what's going on here.
Give it to me.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that it
is
not finished.
Okay. Oh, you're looking at me.
I don't know. It's getting really scary because it's been a while since we've done this game, and I'm definitely out of practice.
It's getting a little scary because I'm scaring you.
Yeah, you are, and you're pulling my hairs.
Well, they shouldn't be hanging out like that.
Anyway, by the way, everybody, what is everyone drinking in the chat tonight? I'd love to know what you guys are sipping on. Maybe you're drinking a little bit of Cal 15 if you're like me. Otherwise, if you're like Loren, you could just be drinking a diet caffeine-free Coke.
I had a really good oat milk latte this weekend.
You did? She left me this weekend to go wedding dress shopping. Can you believe the nerve on this one?
We got some good food without him too.
And we're supposed to be dieting together.
Hey,
I feel
I
betrayed.
went for a really long walk and you didn't do shit. I'm just kidding.
I worked all weekend
Yeah.
on my feet outside in the cold.
It was cold. It was blizzarding in Milwaukee.
Well, I wasn't there.
We were there for Winter Storm Jaimez.
Jaimez?
Oh, that's all it. I don't know.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to glass C on the nose. What is my question for glass C?
Price.
What is the price of this whiskey? Ready, go. Price is always a hard one to determine from the nose because you can't get that.
It just really tells you how much you would actually pay for that nose, and then you come to find out that it's overpriced because it doesn't smell good.
No, this smells good though.
Well, then
It smells stronger.
price.
It smells stronger than it did on the last rip that I took off of it.
Well, that's great.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, $55. Joe Dickinson says drinking water.
Smart. I drink water.
That is the
all
liquid
day.
of life, isn't it? I should probably drink water more often, but instead I drink diet sodas, caffeine-free or decaf coffee, 0-calorie juice, unsweetened sweet tea, so sugar-free, 0-calorie sweet tea, and then more diet soda. And then I drink a little bit of water here and there, like when I work out or before I work out or when I go to bed. But I drink a lot of fluids. It's just not a lot of it's water. I don't know. I mean, most of it is 90%, 99% water, like soda and coffee and tea. It's all 99% water stuff. So not a big deal. I'm still getting my fluids in. But, you know, I could probably drink more real water. That being said, what is my question for glass D on the nose? Last glass before we move into tasting.
Distillery.
Thank God. What is the distillery? Ready, go. Honestly, I want to say I get like a little bit of a Bananas Foster. Maybe, which is concerning. The thing is, I've been drinking Bananas Foster coffee all week. So I should know what that tastes and smells like. But if I'm going to put a distillery on it, I'm going to go ahead and say Brown Foreman. Just because bananas, although it could be Barton. It also could be Brothers Bond. Cast strength, maybe? No, it's not that. I guess we'll see when we taste it. I'll probably be more rung in on that. Joe Dickinson said, what is the point of decaf coffee? Well,
It warms your insides.
I like the way it tastes. I like that it's warm because I'm always cold in the morning. And coffee suppresses hunger and appetite. So those are 3 reasons. And I don't drink caffeine because I am an anxious little boy and I have really bad anxiety. So I stopped drinking caffeine a long time ago. Well, probably a year ago now. And yeah, it's actually been great. But I still love coffee, so I'm not going to stop drinking it. And it tastes yummy. Robin says she's drinking 3 Lakes blueberry wine. That sounds delicious. Although I don't love blueberries. I had a blueberry yogurt the other day, and it made me almost vomit. It was horrible. Derek is drinking Bardstown aged in Founder's Barrel tonight for him. Bardstown Founders, I had it at their house, and it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I've never bought a bottle because it's always been a little bit expensive for me. But fun fact, when Derek got that bottle, he went to the store and they hadn't marked anything yet. I might have told this story already.
I don't know.
But basically, they hadn't marked.
They didn't mark it.
Yeah, and so they charged him the price of they just scanned a Bardstown Fusion and charged him the $60 for $140 or $130 bottle of Founders.
I feel like that kid got fired.
Well, it was never even in the system yet. Like they pulled it out of the box, and then your dad bought it. So they probably don't even know that it happened. But I think that's super cool, and it's
They
really
probably
yummy.
are pissed Because they ordered 10 bottles and they only got 5.
Probably. Peter White says glass of tater juice, Eagle Rare 10. Yeah, that's good stuff. Tater juice for sure.
Do you milk your potatoes to get that, or?
Tater juice. Okay. It is time to drink these whiskeys in my mouth, on the palate. What's up?
I was gonna say, finally we can get you drunk.
True. Jordan Dickinson said I just got the Bardstown Origin. Need to crack that open and try the Origin. Which one? There's 3 of them. Although I don't think the rye is out yet, but there should be a bottled and bond, and then like a small batch or something, or like a typical bourbon or whatever. But yeah, once you crack it open, let me know how it is. I'd love to find a bottle, but I think the bottled and bond is probably the one that I would go with. If I had to buy one, I think bottled and bond would be really good from them. But we're going to move on. Glass A on the palate. I have 30 seconds. Lauren, what is my question for Glass A? How about we wait until I'm ready to drink?
No.
State of distillation.
If this was a game show, they wouldn't give you a time to wait, okay? You were either ready or you lose.
Okay. Did I say this was a bourbon before?
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to go with MGP. Oh, wait. Did I say state?
State.
I'm going to go with Indiana. I think it's MGP, actually, now. It could be like, could be Remus 5. It could be, I don't know. I don't know if I can quite place the MGP notes yet, but if I had to guess, I would say it might be an MGP. I don't know. But it tasted good, so that's a plus. It definitely had some spice on the palate, and in the back end, which was pleasurable.
Ooh, pleasurable.
Joe Dickinson said I have the 2 available ones. Okay, so the 2, I think they're both bourbons. I think one's a bottled and bond, and the other one's like small batch or something. But it's like, I think white and a different color, because I know the rye is green, I think. Something like that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to Glass B on the palate. Lauren, is my question for Glass B.
Bourbon or rye?
Bourbon or rye?
Go.
Glass B is yummy.
Is that a good impression of you? You sound like a French chef.
I sound like one of those townspeople from Minecraft.
I never played Minecraft.
Wait, what was the question? Bourbon or rye? It is a bourbon.
You're sure about that?
Yeah. Might even be an ECPP.
Oh, wow. You think?
Wow.
You think things, don't you?
I do think things. I think things.
Normally when you think things, you're wrong.
That's a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta cleanse the palate here. I'm all out of my liquid death. Actually, no, I'm not. But it's very flat. It's been sitting there for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Joe Dickens said bottled and bond bourbon, and it's a wheater, and then Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Interesting. I didn't know that a bottled and bond was a wheater, but I love wheaters. So that's definitely, if I see the both of them, I might even just buy the both of them. They're pretty cheap, or they're pretty reasonable as far as Bardstown is considered. But if I was only going to buy one of them, I definitely think the bottle and bond wheater is probably the one I would go with, because I like wheaters. I think bottle and bond is a good proof, and I think out of all of them, I think I heard that the bottle and bond is the best one. I think I didn't do much research on them, but just enough to know like when they come out if I should buy them or not. Peter White says pretty hard to sneak a rye in there as a bourbon. True.
Holden has found ways.
I once said that Eagle Rare 10, which you're drinking right now. Okay, so smell your Eagle Rare. Once I said that and tasted it one time one time. It was the first day of Advent. I said that was Willet rye, 4-year rye. To be fair, I had peppermint or like eucalyptus, whatever, chapstick on.
He found his excuse, guys.
Yeah, right. Although I'm sure you guys have heard that story many a times. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to glass 3 on the palette in the official Bourbon Bar Glencairn. Lauren, what is my question for glass 3?
Poof.
Poof.
Are you scared or something?
This one's funky. This one's a rye. I think. It's got to be. I'm going to go with 116 proof. I think that could be a Redwood Empire cast strength. It could be the Burr Rye. I haven't had the Burr Rye in a while. It's got some very like citrusy vibes to it, and a lot of spice on the back end. But like up front, it's got a lot of like citrus, and maybe like a little bit of like a eucalyptusy aspect to it. But I don't know.
You're thinking about eucalyptus.
Yeah, you think so? Taste it.
I don't want to.
You should taste it. I think everyone put your clickers up if you think Lauren should be drinking with me here. I think we should do a flight of stuff for you too, like a game with you. We're gonna figure out a game that's gonna like.
I'm trying not to drink, and you know that.
That is true. Drinking is not part of her new diet that she is on. Yeah. Sure, he says the Bourbon Bar tonight, sponsored by Chapstick.
Technically, it was Burt's Bees. So.
Technically, it was Burt's Bees.
Because
if it was Carmex, well, I like Carmex, but if it was Carmex, then it's got less of a scent to it. But Burt's Bees
Carmex is like menthol-y or something weird like that.
Well, Burt's Bees is in particularly honey with peppermint and I don't know if it has eucalyptus, but it's peppermint. It does. Eucalyptus and peppermint. Either way,
why?
I was looking at my veins.
Yeah, you're trying to show off to the world.
Peter says a diet.
Yes, we're dieting.
Yes.
We're trying to be healthy people.
Well, I'm trying to be skinny. I don't give a shit about being healthy. Yeah. I mean, I care about being healthy, but really I want to be skinny, which sometimes come hand in hand. Ouch. But I'm not overweight right now, so like I'm still technically healthy.
He's just meaty.
But yes, we like to diet. Or at least I like to diet.
We're just eating.
I fluctuate. I always diet for most of the year, and then around Halloween, I eat whatever the hell I want until New Year's.
Which he's not allowed to do this year
and then I diet again.
Chunky for a wedding and nothing in a suit.
That's true. But we're moving on to glass D on the palette. Lauren, was my question for glass D?
Yes.
I don't know. But what is it? Age of the whiskey. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready and go.
No.
Ready, go. Honestly, guys, $5 years. I can give it a 5-year age statement. That was also really fun. These two are super funky. That one almost tasted like Little Book, but I know it's not because you would never voluntarily open a box to pour me whiskey. So, but unfortunately, it's 7 o'clock, and I know the Bourbon Junkies switched their stream to be an hour earlier, so now they're currently live right now, which is super unfortunate for me because that means after 7 o'clock my time, I'm going to be competing with them. But thank you all who are still here and still watching us because we appreciate you.
Fuck the Bourbon Junkies.
Hot take over here.
Okay, I'm just saying, I watched one of their live streams one time, and I just thought it was just kind of bleh.
That's because
there's some whores on our chat.
Oh my goodness. Guys, help. Okay, good. Nice. Sugar Kitty's on top of Tangs. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. Okay. Joe Dickinson says a Little Book smells like a farm. Holden would be able to pick it out too easily. That's true. Although it's a taste of Little Book that really gets me, in particularly. Both of these ones are very citrus forward, very light. Peter White says not interested in going live with 500 people. Yeah, and I think part of the reason that you didn't like their live stream is that it is a live.
If I wanted to sit around and watch two guys talk about bourbon, I would just bring Holden over to my parents' house and watch them two talk. I wouldn't take time out of my day and watch two dudes talk about bourbon. It's more fun to like interact with people, and I feel like I just don't get it. I just like would you guys want to sit around and watch two girls sit there and talk about like makeup when you could just like bring your like wife over to her friend's house and they could do each other's makeup and you and her husband can like hang out and do whatever the hell you want? Like, it's just like
hot takes over here. Hot takes. I like the Bourbon Junkies personally. I think they're fun to watch. I used to watch their live streams, like the replays, but I much prefer watching smaller live streams where I can interact. When I watch a Bourbon Junkies live stream, it's usually because they're talking about a topic that I wanted to know about, and a lot less of me just watching it.
See, like, if they were talking about something that, like, was, like, for knowledge, because obviously they probably know more because they're able to go and do more, maybe that would be different. But, like, they could just make a video and then I don't have to do something else.
True.
Just saying.
I mean, they do make the videos, which I watch as well.
I know. I never said anything about the videos. I'm just talking about live stream.
Joe Dickinson says, don't discriminate against the whores.
The
whores. You filthy whore. Yeah, no, definitely don't, because they need to make a living too. You know, it is what it is. If you're looking for somewhere to go tonight on TGIT, it's not those junkies. It's My Bourbon Journey. Oh, wait.
Is My Bourbon Journey the other one from
Wisconsin? You betcha.
Yeah.
Scott, and he has the leader of the head guy at Sagamore, Brian Tracy, and then later tonight, 21090 is Whitesnake versus Poison on Drams and Glam. Interesting. So a very eventful night tonight with a lot of people with their live streams. They'll do special guests like that, and that's pretty entertaining too.
I'm a special guest.
You are a special guest.
Because I'm special.
Peter White says, no more 2-hour infomercials for me.
Can you just say it like a normal person? Infomercial.
Yeah, infomercial.
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 It's not a Marshall! Marshall!
I don't see a difference.
You saying infomercial.
You're saying milk. You're saying milk. That's a great video. I wish everyone in this chat has seen that video, but I know that probably most people haven't. Peter says 21090 is great. That they are. They're cool guys. And I like how they do a lot of beer stuff too. And
yeah, you can spice it up.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about like the kind of music they listen to anyway. But I do like watching when they have like things going on with like beer and whiskey and stuff like that. Super cool. And then Sugar Kitty says, yes, Scott was here in the chat a little earlier. Tonight is a good night in Whiskey Tube. Yeah, so you saw him here, obviously.
Well, I can't see them.
Well, I said this is My Bourbon Journey.
I was just making a joke.
Okay. That indeed, it is quite the eventful night in Whiskey Tube. Joe Dickinson said, I learned all I know about bottle flipping and long pouring from Dan Shook. Absolutely. And what's funny is Independent Joe had Dan on his live stream the weekend that we went to Chicago, and he invited me on to do like a roast session, like roasting Joe. And we were in Chicago and we were out in like public, and I didn't have time to like do it. Otherwise, I would have loved to. And then I saw the live stream and he was doing it with Dan, and I'm like, dang, I could have totally went on there and roasted both of them in one fell swoop. But he told me I wasn't supposed to roast the opponent. I was only supposed to roast him. But I don't know what I would have done if I would have actually went on it, because the opportunity like that to roast Dan Shook, I mean, you got to take it when you got it, right?
Is he the skinny one or the chunky one?
Okay, that's not nice.
I don't know their names. I only know that the one guy's like really skinny and white, and the other guy's like a little tanner and he's bigger.
He's not the skinny vampire one. He's the other one.
Okay.
He's the one who's louder.
That doesn't help me.
Okay. Unfa Marshall.
Do you think that if people said that about our stream, then they said the one that's louder, who would they?
I don't know, because we're both obnoxious.
Well, I know, but Joe, I said I'm too quiet. But like, because you're like, ah, rah, 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 and but I just.
That's because I'm talking.
Yell at you.
I talk like I'm giving a presentation in front of the school.
We're not going to a presentation.
Well, I know, but you want the people to be able to hear us.
The people.
The people. Tricky says, I think I know that guy.
I know a guy.
I'm a guy. Joe Dickinson said he's a fun one. That's true. I mean, they're both
I'm
pretty
glad
cool.
that we can differentiate in ways that I can fucking understand.
I mean, they're both pretty cool, but that's besides the point. Now I gotta wash out this cookie dough out of my mouth before it tastes peanut butter and all these glasses of whiskey.
Maybe you're supposed to taste peanut butter. Yeah. Hold in.
Sugar D says, skinny vampire with a painting that keeps getting older. That's Sean. The guy with the geography problem is Dan. Hey.
Oh.
Dan is the one with the kid named Holden.
Maybe that's where you got your geography problem from.
Maybe I'm his long lost son, and he passed down his geography problem to me. Kitty says, in Jersey, I know a guy. He has a completely different meaning. You don't want to know a guy.
Does it mean like that they'll kill someone? I know a guy. I need someone to take care of this dude. I know.
That's what I thought, but you never know. Okay, let's go ahead and get glass. We're on A, right? A on the palette. Hold on. Area 1 is in the chat. Hey kids, your video looks cropped.
You know what? Really? Our video just sometimes
I was wondering.
It doesn't look
Wait,
cropped.
hold on.
Not on ours.
Maybe we're a little skinny that one.
Our video always looks stupid because we're working off of a shitty camera.
We're working
give
off
us
a
a few
GoPro.
weeks, okay?
Yes, once I cross 1,000 subscribers, I'm getting
a
nice new camera, and we are at 894. Just kidding. We're at 895, I think. Wait, are we? Did I say that right?
I don't know.
Hold on. What is my subscriber? Oh yeah, 895.
Okay, so 895.
Sorry, I was
105 more people, and Holden's gonna get a new camera to do this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be making a couple TikTok videos here. Also, I put out a YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram, but I put out a Shorts video tonight of the review of Booker's 2022-04. So if you guys want to check that out, that'd be cool. But yeah, I've noticed that I get talking.
Everyone on this has said about how they don't like watching TikToks.
I know. I was just pointing out that I've noticed a significant bump in subscribers, not necessarily from TikTok, but when I make a TikTok, I post it there. I post it on Instagram and YouTube.
Okay. Good job.
Anyway, yep, Loren is right. Those are the guy. True.
I do know that guy.
He says, "I don't care." Well, thanks, everyone. Also, your whiskey cabinet or china thing was very cool. I thought, and the process was really cool too, and very impressive. Start to finish on it. Did I show you his cabinet?
Nope.
I watched it. I don't think you were home. You're at work when I watched it. But
Always at work.
we're going to go ahead and get glass A on the palette. What is my question for glass A? Price. Ready, go. Stop. Shut up. Okay, price. I'll have to go with $75. Very hard. I think I still had a little bit of cookie dough in my mouth.
Are you sure you weren't just thinking about peanut butters and chocolate?
Peter White says, you need to jump on some other bourbon channels live, say hello, and have some mods post your link. True. I do that, but usually it's only like the channels that I actually watch. So
basically, you guys.
Basically everyone who's here. No, I tend to watch a lot of channels. It's just that like for the live streams, I'm usually really, really busy or like working a second job or something like that. So I don't always have time to jump on lives. But whenever I have the chance, I do. And I always like doing that and meeting new people, even just like talking to the people in chat. Like, you guys are great people, and I love talking to you guys in my chat. But even like, there's people in other chats too that are super cool, and I just like, it's fun meeting new people and talking to them. So I do like the aspect of jumping on other people's lives now and then and getting to know people that way. Now we are going to go ahead and move on to glass B on the palette. Lauren, what is my question for glass B?
Mash bill.
Mash bill. Ready, go.
Blink.
My palate seems off tonight. I don't know why.
I think
this one's proofy though.
Proofy. This cup smells weird.
Why?
I don't know.
Mash bill, I'm gonna go corn, rye, barley. I think it's a typical bourbon. No wheat.
Well, too late.
Maybe it could have had wheat in the nose. I don't know. Well, if I did leg day, that'd be great because you'd be like rolling out my legs. You would just be like
yes, and we all know you never do leg day.
That's true.
He's all muscles up here, and he looks like a chicken below.
I do. I don't actually. I
was just joking.
No. I know, but for the people, she's not lying. I do work out a lot of upper body, and I do leg day once in a while. Once in a
little never.
There was a good year where I did leg day every week, twice a week in my rotation. Until we met.
Yeah. And then he says, we can go out on Wednesdays because on Wednesday's leg day and I don't really care for leg day.
No, a lot of times.
Clearly, good thing I didn't care about your legs. Otherwise, I would have been like,
The thing is, I've always had a bigger build. And with that came like a decent sized butt and like some like big chunky legs. So even though they may not be the most muscular legs ever, they're not disproportional. So like it doesn't look weird. It just doesn't. They're just not as muscular as like my upper body, but like they don't look weird.
Jiggle when he walks.
Yeah. Tricky says go to the other channels is a really good idea, and not just to be seen, but also to collaborate with the other channel. Reach out to some others. They're always looking to partner. Yeah. No, I do love like honestly. Some of my favorite live streams, and I mean my favorite live streams are definitely with Loren. Don't get me wrong, but I've had
pull of his armpits hair out tonight.
No, but
one by one.
Like whenever I've done collabs with other YouTubers, other channels, we always talk a little bit before the live stream. Then we live stream, and it usually goes really long. And then we talk, like we stay on and talk after the live stream, and it usually lasts for like 2 hours after the live stream's done, and like it becomes this like 5-hour long session. But it's like so fun, and I love talking to those guys. It's definitely really interesting. Sugar said the pub style channels are really cool. Are really good opportunities for you. You can sign on and be On screen for others to see. Cheech, Big Vic, Whiskey Uncensored used to be Bourbon. Oh, okay, I know Bourbon. Good opportunities. Yeah, no, I definitely know a lot of. I don't know personally, but I definitely have watched a lot of the pub style. I think that is super cool. I don't think I would ever do it because I do really enjoy the interaction personally with the chat, which I think you get more without a pub style. But I definitely should jump on more pub styles. My only problem is
I think it'd be interesting to see everyone's face.
yeah, the only problem is between time zones and my work schedule, it's so hard. A lot of times when people are doing pub style lives, it's like a really weird time for me, or it's like I can't just like jump on the computer and like join them, you know. So, although maybe I'll make a point to start doing that more because that would be really fun, and I know a lot of those guys are super cool, and I definitely would like to talk to them and more like meet them rather than just saying hi every once in a while in the chat. But we are gonna go ahead and move on to glass numero C. Glass C, numero 3. And Lauren, what is my question on the palette?
Distillery.
What is the distillery? Ready, go.
That was my elevator music for the day.
If this isn't a rye, I'm gonna be quite confused. I am gonna go with Redwood Empire. I think it could be either the Lost Monarch or the Emerald Giant cask strength. I also think I could be very wrong because that is just the way these things go. Sure, he says most of the pubs are late night. That would be good for you on the West Coast.
We gotta start staying up late night because we don't. We go to bed at like 9, guys. Our time.
Yeah, 9 our time.
It's like very early.
That's like 7 o'clock West Coast.
Yeah.
No, it's 6 o'clock West Coast.
No, West Coast only 2 hours.
No, Arizona typically in summer is 2 hours behind us, right?
Oh.
Are they west? They're not.
Honey.
Wait, how many?
It
There's
is
us.
only 2 hours.
Okay, well, either way, if they're like starting their stream at 9 or 10, it's like 11 or 12 o'clock for us, and I wake up at 5 for work, so it's just not a practical thing. And then on the weekends, we're usually doing some.
Yeah, puking in people's toilets.
Puking in people's toilets, absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean, maybe I should just make it a point that like one night a week, I'll just like not every week maybe, but just like
every once in a while.
Every once in a while, just jump on a pub style. I think that'd be really fun. Peter White says these guys will bend over backwards to promote your channel. Yeah, and that's cool, and I would too, honestly. Honestly, anyone who even just comes in my chat, the fact that they're here watching me, I love, and I love the fact that it's a lot less of a competition in WhiskeyTube than it is in other forms of YouTube, and a lot more supportive. And so, like, anyone who really even just comes in the chat, I'll downright have them put their link in the chat, support them, and tell people to subscribe to them. Like, that's just kind of what is that face? It just kind of like makes the world go around, and I think you should be nice to people, and they'll be nice to you. And I don't know, a lot of good people here at WhiskeyTube.
Holden's a lot nicer than I
am. Why would you say that?
Because all I do is come on here and yell at you. But that's called entertainment. Otherwise, it would just be you sitting here talking to yourself, and that'd be weird. I
did it for a while.
I know. I watched.
We had a lot less views back then. Sure, he says Livewire is on Sunday at 7 your time. Cheech and Ben are like 9 your time. 7 your time. I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do. I mean, not every Sunday because I work Sundays and I usually get done.
But you could do 7 p.m. on Sundays that you could done it like 4 or 5.
True, as long as I don't need to like cook or anything for the week.
6 o'clock might be cutting it because you normally shower and then you have to eat. But...
Yeah. No, that's good to know. And then teaching better at 9 p.m. your time. Yeah, so the 9 p.m. is like harder because it's the start time. So you got to think like if you're streaming for an hour or 2, it's going to be late by the time.
But you don't have to stay the whole time.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So
just go on and stay for like an hour.
definitely think I'm gonna look at or check some of that stuff out too. But let's go ahead and get glass D on the nose. Glass D on the palate. This is gonna be the last tasting round of this game before we move into a bottle guessing situation. So, Lauren, what is my last question for glass D on the palate?
Is it finished?
Is it finished? Yes or no? 30 seconds on the timer. Let's begin. This isn't the one I saw. It smelled like ranch, right? That was that one, right?
I don't remember. You say some weird ass shit on here.
So do you. You say like celery, carrots.
I feel like it's more likely to be carrots and celery because they grow in the ground and so do the trees.
What was the question?
Finished or not?
I'm gonna go with not finished.
Okay. Nobody needs to hear your fucking lips smacking around like that.
Okay, so the last thing we have going on is a 3-minute bottle guessing round, which I'll go through each one and kind of write down what I think it is. But I'm gonna take a little bit of a sippy sip of the water here. I don't have much water here for the bottle guessing round, but
that's because it doesn't taste very good.
Sugar Kitty says live wire just once is a good start. Cheech is hard because it's only it's on in a few hours and you're probably tired already. True. True. Especially if it's like a drinking whiskey thing after coming off a flight of like 4 different whiskeys and then what is this called? When you have one whiskey and it's like your reset button or your baseline.
Such a brain fart today.
It's like baseline, but it's not. It's a different word. And I can't think of it, and it's really bothering me.
Dictionary for you?
No, you mean a thesaurus. A thesaurus will give you multiples of the same word, but in different words.
So you're gonna look up special bourbon.
No, I'll look up baseline, and it'll tell me different words that mean baseline.
Control?
Yes, the control glass. Thank you. This was my control whiskey, but anyway.
I just read the screen.
Northwest Bourbon is in the chat. Cheers, Northwest Bourbon. Thank you. Control whiskey is what he said. You were going to take credit for that, too. You see, so mean. Northwest Bourbon says, do whatever works best for you and your schedule. True.
You're
that is
spitting everywhere today. These bourbons are part your spit, and you're watering them down.
True. Cheers, Northwest Bourbon. Thanks for being here. Also, everyone, check out Northwest Bourbon's channel. He does some great stuff on there, and he's got quite the collection too, adding up. So go subscribe to him. Sugar Kitty, maybe if you could please put his link in the chat, that would be appreciated. Sugar Kitty says or reference. Yes, control reference, or Wild Turkey 101. True. That is a very classic control whiskey. Good proof. Recognizable.
We don't have any, so.
Palate. Yeah, I do.
Where'd you get that?
Remember I bought it for the Whiskey Noob Tries My Most Expensive Whiskey video? Casey drank it. Speaking of Casey, I don't think he's in here anymore. He must have jumped on the Bourbon Junkies, that piece of man.
A tater.
I feel like taters are people who watch. The funny thing is, they don't like Buffalo Trace, but I feel like everyone who watches them are taters.
But they don't like Buffalo Trace, but they have to drink it
because it is.
Yeah.
As much as they don't like it, it is good. I feel like that's the way with every person who's into whiskey. Like, you may not like it because it's so hard to find, and their business motto is so like. I mean, they are trying. It's just the way the world works right now is it's so hard to find. But it's just like.
What are we talking
about? It's good. Buffalo Trace. Like, it's hard to find, and it's overpriced. But like, it is good. It's just not like that good. Anyway, Casey says, "No, I am watching. Just not in the chat." Well, we missed you over here. Casey says we are here. Just couldn't This wouldn't jump ship. Oh.
We don't have a ship. We're not rich enough for a ship.
Casey said, Wild Turkey, some good stuff. That's true. And yeah, on the video, Casey actually called out Wild Turkey when he drank it. Did you not watch that video?
No, you kept telling me about how many views it had. I was like, okay, I don't have to watch it.
It did really good, by the way. Sugar Kitty put the link for Northwest Bourbon's channel in the chat. So guys, please go check him out and subscribe to him. Great guy over there. And let's go ahead and start the 3 minutes of my bottle guessing round.
Do you want to write on this paper?
I will write on the paper. So I'm gonna go through A through D. I'm gonna smell, taste, whatever I needed to, try to guess a bottle, and probably be wrong about all of them. But if I do get them right, well, my reward is drinking this Cal 15. But if I don't get any of them right,
if you do a bad job,
okay,
I'm gonna get a spoonful of some random thing, and you're gonna be blindfolded, and you have to eat it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like something out of the kitchen.
Ooh. Okay. What is good though? We're gonna go with like a points system.
50%.
Okay, 50. Okay, well, you know what?
Of everything.
Okay.
Everything's 1 point. You have to get 50%.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's maybe doable.
So you have to get 10 points.
How much do bottle guesses count for?
1 point. Everything counts for 1 point.
Okay.
So you have to get 10 points.
Okay. All right. So I have 3 minutes on the clock. If I don't get this, Lauren's gonna get a spoonful of a mystery pile, a mystery spoon, and she's just gonna feed it to me with my eyes closed, and then I have to eat it. Do I have to guess what it is too?
No.
I should though.
I don't know what I'm gonna put yet, so
okay.
I'm gonna think about it.
Well, you never know. It could be. Yeah. Anyway, okay, we got 3 minutes on the clock.
It's gonna be a big spoon too, not a little one.
Now I'm scared because we have some gross things.
If
you didn't throw away that jelly, you could have gave me a spoonful of that gross jelly. If you guys ever buy sugar-free jam or jelly, make sure
it does taste like shit.
No. Because the ones at the restaurant taste good. Oh. But the ones like some of them
at the restaurant is jam.
True.
That's just jelly.
Just be careful is all I gotta say about that. But Sugar Kitty says fear the mystery spoon. Get that hashtag trending. I'm sorry for the delay, giving treats to the cats. That is okay. Casey says, how dare she? The Wild Turkey call out was great. Yeah, absolutely. That's a big boy move for sure. Definitely a baller. But 3 minutes is on the clock. Let's starting with A. We're gonna go ahead and taste it. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's 3 minutes for the whole thing, right?
Yep, for the whole thing. A and B smell and taste fantastic. But I don't even know what they could be. A feels like it could be like an MGP. B feels like I think it could be an MGP. C and D feel like they could be Rise or just funky. I already know what I want to guess for C. I'm gonna go with Redwood Empire.
That's B.
That's C.
Put it under. Oh, I don't like this. Why would you do it like that?
Okay.
Ugh.
And now I gotta decide if it's Lost Monarch or Emerald Giant.
The green bean.
We're gonna go with Lost Monarch. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see if I can't get some smoke in this one. I almost feel like I get chocolate, which is odd. Like a chocolate caramel bar, like a chocolate caramel brownie. On the nose. A little bit of oak. That one's confusing. Let's go ahead. I do think this one, I thought, anyway, that is an ECBP. It's got the proof. It's Does have a little bit of nuttiness on the nose, which is very much Heaven Hill. We'll go ECBP. We're going to go ahead and jump and say...
How is that a P?
Oh, shit. 50 seconds left. We're going to say A122. Oh, shit. 40 seconds. Glass D is just funky.
30 seconds. That's class A. In your hand. Okay. 20 seconds.
Glass A. Smells good. Tastes good. Not too high of proof. Let's just go with, I'm going to go with Remus 5. Just because I don't really know. I don't drink Remus 5 much, but it does have a bit of spice in it. Oh, wrong glass. Okay.
Okay.
So the game is done. Let's catch up on this last comment here because be brave. Let's talk. Link is in the chat. Anxiety is real.
What the heck?
We don't know. He could just not be commenting. But yes, don't forget, be brave. Let's talk. Anxiety is real, but you can deal with it. Definitely check out Josh's channel, everybody. That is a great place to go hang out and talk. He'll do live streams just kind of as a safe space to hang out and talk about your feelings if you need that. So, and I'll be on there eventually at one point. But definitely check that channel out and subscribe. Now, that was quite the tasting round. Honestly, that was quite the bottle guessing round. I feel semi-confident on this one. I feel semi-confident on this one. I have no idea what these are. Honestly, this one is very confusing. It smells great. It doesn't taste bad either, but like the smell is very nice. It smells full-bodied and everything like that. But I wrote down Little Book because I didn't think that the palate. I thought the palate was just a little bit weird with it. And then Glass A, I wrote down Remus 5 because I just think that like it had some of those MGP notes and maybe some spice on it, but I really don't think you would have dug back all the way to the back of the shelf for Remus 5. So, Josh posted in the chat before you came on. I forgot to post a link when I came on. Yes, he did that 7 o'clock this morning, and he was here before both with Miranda, and then he came on with his own phone. So he was definitely in here. So thank you, Sugar Kitty, for putting that in the chat.
Okay.
You're trying to kill me.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Glass A.
Okay, so you said Remus.
I said that it was Remus 5. I said that it was 6 years old, 104 proof.
No, that's a B.
Oh.
It's a bourbon. Get your shit together. Don't even say it. You're doing it wrong. You were wrong anyway.
Okay.
It was this one.
Really?
Yes.
Oof. You know, I said it was good, and I said that I liked it, and I didn't think I liked Remus that much. That I don't get many points for this.
You said it was 104 proof and it's 109.4. So you don't get it because of the 0.4.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
No, I said 105.
No. I think that when decimals come into play, it should be rounding. And since 0.4 is 0.1 less than 0.5, I think it should round down to 109 proof.
How much did you pay for this?
I don't know.
You said 75?
I think it's damn close to 75. I don't know exactly what it's not going to say on there.
No,
it's not Indiana, it's Kentucky.
Oh.
So I said this was a bourbon. I get a point for that. I said that this was 104 proof. It's 109.4. And I only get plus or minus 5. So technically, I do not get the point for that. I said that it was Indiana. It's not. It's Kentucky. I think the wheat threw me off on this one. Spicier than I thought it was, but I did say it was very good, and it is very good. This was really high up on the top 25 list for me. This was like in top 5. It was in the top 5. I paid, I don't know, but I can look it up. I'm pretty sure I paid retail. So I'll just look up BRT 02 MSRP. Whoop. If you guys know what BRT 02 MSRP is, let me know. I'm going to look up Breaking Bourbon. They usually have MSRP on their review of it, but I don't know if they reviewed it yet, which it doesn't look like they did. Oh man, I wish I knew. I swear it's very, very close to it's very close to $75. It might have been 70 or 80. But Top Shelf Dustin is in the chat. Cheers, all. Cheers, Dusty. Thanks for being here. Also, check out Top Shelf Whiskey's YouTube channel. If one of you guys wants to put the... Oh, wait. Peter White. Peter has it right here. Top Shelf Whiskey. His link is right there, guys. Go check it out.
Drizzly says it's $54.99.
Yeah, Joe Dickinson says it's $59.99.
Okay, so let's just go with $60.
$60. Dang. That's rough. But yes, go check out Top Shelf Whiskey's YouTube, well, Top Shelf Dustin's YouTube channel called Top Shelf Whiskey. Him and another guy do their reviews on Top Shelf Whiskey. So go check them out and subscribe to them. Turkey says, nope, sorry, the decimals don't work that way. However, it is a good honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable.
Honorable.
Ready for number 2?
You don't drink enough Weeders. That's true. And I love Weeders. I really do. I love this bottle a lot, actually. Sure, he says Bert and Ernie have made a lot of people's top 10 for the year list, not usually a number 1 or number 2, but often in the mix. Oh, because it's BRT. So it's Bert and Ernie.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for number 2?
Okay, number 2 on the list.
This one's really going to upset you.
I said that it was ECBP A122. I said that it was...
Kentucky, not finished, bourbon, corn rye barley.
Okay.
Okay. It's really going to upset you.
It's Booker's, isn't it?
No.
Okay. It's Larceny. Oh, of course it is. Another weeder. Oh my gosh. If you knew what you were doing, you would be putting together a weeder train. That's for sure.
I'm sure I screwed up on one of them.
You know, technically, if this was Redwood Empire, it would be a weeder. Because the Redwood Empire series, even the rye has wheat in the mash bill.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, so
you got
was this A123?
It's that one.
It's really good. Both of these glasses are really good, and two of the highly recommended whiskeys that I drink is these two. So this is batch A123. I just put a review of this 2 weeks ago, and it's 125.8 proof and 62.9. So I said that this was Kentucky. It is. I said that this was not finished, and it's not. I said that this was a bourbon, and it is. And I said that it is corn rye barley, which it's not. Unfortunately, it's corn wheat barley, I think. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe corn wheat barley. I know it's a weeder. I just don't know if rye is in the mix at all. But I'm pretty sure it's corn wheat barley. And it's not ECBP, but it does have that Heaven Hill profile, which is kind of why I was getting confused here. It does represent, though, with that nuttiness and that really good sweetness. 125 proof. It definitely seemed like the hottest one on the flight tonight. So, Sugar says, buy that right up if you can get it for $54. Too many stores are selling at $90 to $100 for Bert and Ernie. Yeah, I definitely don't think I paid $60. I definitely think I paid closer to $70 or $80 for it. But we go off of retail here. And I guessed 75, and if retail is 60, that's what we go off of. So, Peter White says, I asked my friend in Western New York to grab me a Larceny Barrel Proof C922. They are $109 in Buffalo, and he says nope. So I did not get the chance to get C922. However, I've heard so many good things about it, and it was Breaking Bourbon's #1 bourbon of the year. I don't know how Breaking Bourbon does their thing, if they do bourbon or whiskey, but it was their #1 something of the year for last year, which is pretty impressive. I don't know if it's worth $109 impressive, but still pretty impressive. Tricky says a Maker's Wood Finishing Series has nicknames RC Cola, Self by Selfist, FAO Schwartz, and Bert and Ernie. What is FAO Schwartz?
FAO2.
I know, but what is
I don't know what you're
FAO
asking me.
Schwartz?
I don't know.
I don't know that like nickname.
All right. Well, are you ready for
1
C?
minute. Sorry, two more comments. He says larceny shouldn't be more than $80. I agree. I got this for $60. I got this for retail, which is $60, which is insane. Because a different larceny I got was $100, but it was my first one ever. So to be fair, Peter White says it made my top 10 list, or it made many top 10 lists. Yeah, I believe that. It's
all
good.
right. So you said C was Woodward Empire Lost Monarch.
Yep.
5 years, $55, 116 proof, and that it was from Woodward Empire.
Okay, and
It's not.
well, this was fun. Have a good night, and this was the Bourbon Bar. See you guys never. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so FAO Schwartz 2. Apparently, really? No.
Yeah. Yes.
No way.
Yeah. So, what did you get right and wrong on this?
Nothing. I said that it was.
This is definitely wrong. This
I don't-
is definitely wrong. I'm guessing this would be right, though.
Is that 55?
55.
Yeah, because
'Cause it's
retail
probably the
is
same
60.
How many years?
I don't know the age statement of this. Wow. So Glass C was Maker's Mark FAEO2. I loved this bottle. I thought this bottle was great, but it doesn't. It it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm so confused. Where the heck? I don't remember ever getting a zest on this. Ever. The nose. You know how I said the first two smelled like bready?
Mm-hmm.
I always smell a bready note in Weeders. Always. And this one also smells bready.
Wow.
But I got really confused with the palate because the palate is what threw me off because the palate tasted like citrusy.
I need help with
It still does. I'm so confused. Does it say NAS
I don't know.
on top? It says not age stated. Hold on. If you guys know the age statement for Maker's Mark FAEO2, please let us know. I don't.
It says
because it might not be age
35
stated.
to 45 months before being something.
No, that's not right. If it's straight bourbon whiskey, it has to be 2 years, right? And then if it's bottled and bond, it has to be 4
straight
years.
bourbon.
Yeah, it's straight bourbon whiskey, but that only means a 2-year designation, right? If it's straight bourbon whiskey, it has to be 2 years. Joe Dickinson says, Holden, this is more embarrassing than the chapstick. I know, man. That it really is. I'm so confused because this tastes absolutely nothing like this. The noses, similar. I can see the noses, but the palate, I'm so confused. I don't know. The palate was not what I've been expecting.
Yeah, it says NAS on this one, but usually someone can still figure it out though.
True. Peter says I have never had any of the Maker's Mark special releases, but I have had a few special picks. They're simply impossible to get in Canada and Western New York. Well, if you like Maker's Mark and ever you're looking for one, let me know. If I can ever get the chance to get you a special release of it, I'd love to help you out. Sugar Kitty says it's officially non-age stated. However, the head distiller has said that he thinks anything they make over 10 years gets too much oak, but the wood finish is close to 10. Figure they're 8 or 9. So no point for that.
No point for that one. I got 1 point.
I got 1 point for this saying $55. Which means I think I officially have the mystery spoon before we move into the last round. No, I have technically.
2, 4.
Oh,
5,
if I get
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to get all these.
if
right.
I get every one right on on the last one.
Yours don't make any sense. You can't get any.
I know, mine's all over. It's all over the board for the last class. So I'm basically taking a mystery spoon tonight. Joe Dickinson says they're aged 6 to 7 years and then finished. So either way, the finishing would even make it longer. So the 5-year age statement isn't right. I don't know where this gets so much zest in it. I don't remember there being this much zest in it.
Oh. Okay, so for the last glass, you said it was Little Book, rye, corn, barley, brown Foreman, 5 years, and it was not finished. None of those are right. Actually, I don't know. Your bottle's wrong.
What is up with that bottle effing me over every single time I drink it? I can't. I cannot get a single read off of this bottle ever. Every time I drink it, I swear to God, I get something different every time.
What's the mash bill on this?
Corn, rye, barley. So it's not Little Book. It is not rye, corn, barley. It is not brown Foreman. It is not 5 years old. What is this? Is it finished?
Yeah.
Well, it's not finished. So I get a
That's what I
point for
said.
that.
That's a star. So Holden got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Good job. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go get a spoon. You can
Guys,
talk to your friends.
I'm just I started off the night strong. I mean, I didn't do too great with this, but like at least it made sense, right? Like I could see how this is FAEO2. I liked it. It was good. This one, I had the distillery correct. I had the proof right. I had, a lot of points on this bottle. Not a bad night. But then, what the hell? What was I thinking? Why is this citrusy? I don't know. And this, again, do you know how many times this bottle has effed me over in the past? Honest to God. Oh, my goodness. I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I can't say it tastes any different than it normally tastes. Maybe I could try to blame Lauren's janky cookie dough, peanut butter cookie dough, but I can't. I don't have any excuses, guys. I'm sorry. I apparently suck at this, but I hope you guys are at least entertained. Lauren's digging around in there. I really hope she comes back and fills my water before she puts something disgusting in my mouth, because maybe she should bring me a garbage can as well. Peter White says, Peter, bottles have a 1 in 5 chance of making it by the Canadian Gestapo at the border. All bottles have to be muled. Interesting. I'm sure there's got to be a way around that. I don't know. I mean, we could figure it out, I'm sure. Maybe I will. Wait, you said Toronto, right? Is that where you said? Toronto, which is over there, kind of by New York. I mean, maybe one day I could meet you. Like, I don't know. Maybe one day Loren and I will go to a hockey game. Maybe we'll go watch the Maple Leafs, and then we can drop it off to you. Sugar says, might as well say hello to horseradish right now. We don't have any of that. Thank God. Honestly, if she brought me some pickle juice, I'd be okay with that. I like pickles. Joe Dickinson says, I love it. Well, I'm glad you guys love my misery. Sugar says, love the Knob Creek. The thing is, I do too. This is one of my favorite bottles. And am I supposed to look at that? Or should I close my eyes? Wait. Before you feed me it, can you please fill this water? I might need it.
You're so needy.
Okay. I love Knob Creek 12, and I'm so confused because, I mean, technically, I guess Little Book, and it was a Beam product.
Hey.
Okay, so I have, let's get the people prepared. I have the mystery spoon coming in my mouth. I don't want to, ew, why did I say it like that? It's not, the mystery spoon is not coming in my mouth, but it will be coming to my mouth.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Just turn. Let me show them.
What if I puke? I'm honestly scared.
Ready?
Wait. How gross!
Oh my god!
Should I be worried? Should you have brought a garbage can in here?
It doesn't smell bad.
It doesn't. You like buffalo sauce. That doesn't smell bad, do you?
Just suck it up into it.
The thing is, this is kind of like, okay, but you guys know how, like, if you're a bourbon drinker and you drink scotch for the first time, it's very weird because your body doesn't expect it to be that flavor. That's how I feel.
There's stuff on here that you like.
That's how I feel. Stuff? There's multiple things?
Ready? Ready? Open your mouth. Here comes the choo-choo train.
Wait, hold on. I think I'm gonna.
If you puke, you can puke into your cup. Chew and swallow.
Well, barbecue sauce in here.
There's no barbecue sauce on there. Don't know what it is?
There's an olive in it.
Do you know what it is? Holden, just swallow it. It'll be done. Drink your water. Are you ready to know what it is? Are you ready? Have some bourbon and it'll wash it down.
That was unpleasant.
Yeah, swish it into the bourbon. Yum.
Hold on. At least if I can guess this, my palate will be redeemed. Well, first of all, there was an olive. There's no mistaking.
It was a Kalamala olive.
There was no mistaking the shape of that. I didn't expect you to have something chunky in it. Was there cinnamon in there?
Yeah.
Okay. A Kalamala olive, cinnamon. I mean, I thought it was barbecue, but there was some kind of sauce. What was it?
So it was cinnamon,
Yeah.
Kalamala olive,
Yeah.
teriyaki sauce,
Ew!
and spicy brown mustard.
Ew! I hate mustard! Spicy. When did we get mustard?
I bought some for my sandwiches.
Oh, why would you do me dirty like that? How much mustard was on it?
Just a little squirt.
It's just a little spoon, so a little squirt could be 50%. That was gross. Did you show the people before you put it in the mouth? I think, honestly, I would rather take... I'm not going to lie. I'm being 100% honest. I would take Malort over that.
Really?
Yeah, that was horrible. And it's not so...
Next time we offer Malort, then I want you to be grateful.
It's not so much how it tasted. It's the fact that I didn't know what it was going to taste like. With Malort, it just tastes bad, and I know that. But I wasn't sure if that was going to be sweet, sour, but it was potently the worst thing that's ever been in my mouth. The consistency, it was grainy from the frickin' cinnamon.
No, it was grainy because brown mustard isn't smooth.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible. That was. I have so many goosebumps right now. That was gross.
Do you want to try some of this stuff to make it go away? Does it taste like that?
Oh. Guys, that was horrible. I hope you guys... I hope you guys didn't leave because of how gross that was, but it was absolutely disgusting. Joe Dickinson says Knob Creek 12. Everyone was so excited for the Knob Creek 12. Peter White also loves Knob Creek 12. I love this bottle. I don't know what was up with me today. That's what I get. I am looking for good reason. I mean, did you see that? Peter White says, "Close your eyes and open." You're not wrong. Joe Dickinson says, "Holden needs a new punishment bottle. I just heard about Crab Trapper. I've never heard Crab Trapper, but if you watched either my live stream about the NA whiskey, which I don't know if you were there last week, were you? I don't think so. But I did a live stream about NA whiskey, and then I did a YouTube shorts about NA whiskey. Absolutely horrible. In fact, it's like it's close second to Malort, but apparently now it's third because that mixture was probably the worst thing I ever put in my mouth ever. Peter White says, Thou dost protest too much. Yeah, well, I mean, you would have protested if you put that in your mouth because that was absolutely horrible. Sugar Cookie says, when you started talking chocolate on the larceny, I knew it was a weeder. You know, I never even put together the chocolate and weeder notes, but that's very interesting. Peter Wright says, rather you watch the Hamilton Bulldogs closer, castor oils. Well, you know what? We'll come to whatever hockey game you want us to come to, and then we'll bring you a bottle of the Maker's Mark cask finished series. The limited Maker's Mark. I would love to help you out. And I would love to visit Canada. 2 birds, 1 stone. Joe Dickinson said KC12 is not even that close to that little book. It's like 10 years older. LOL. OL. Yeah, no. I know. I'm just trying to be glass half full. It literally tastes absolutely nothing like the little book. Little book is like 4 years old, finished in 5 different barrels.
I thought you just said finished in fuck.
Finished in 5 different barrels. And it's literally almost all malted barley. So it's nothing close to this. I was just trying to make myself feel better that I said it was a Jim Beam product. Peter White says delaying the firing squad. Honestly, I think I would have rather got shot. Peter White says, where is the Malort when you need it? I would take Malort over that any day of the week. If
Next
you guys,
time I'm going to put a spritz of Malort on top. Just to hound it in.
That was horrible. Sugar Kitty says he loved the face, though. That was probably the worst face I ever made. My eyes were closed for most of it, but I felt my face make this absolutely horrifying, disgusting look. It makes me cold thinking about it. Sugar Kitty says right now he's dreaming of Malort. Yeah, I was. And yeah, I love Guatemala olives too. They're my favorite. Know what I hate? Mustard. Know what I hate even more than mustard? Mustard mixed with other things. What is this girl on? Crack cocaine? And the soy sauce? Or sorry. Teriyaki sauce? Way to get the sweet and the savory in a not good way. That was, a Kamada olive with teriyaki could have been good. Mustard, the mustard ruined it. Honestly, I wouldn't even have complained about Guatemala, teriyaki, and cinnamon. Maybe that would have been some weird Chinese dessert. But what was up with that mustard, man? That was gross.
I'm not a man.
Sorry, woman. Sugar Kitty says, I was saying horseradish, and that's what you get in the brown type. I would have much rathered horseradish than whatever I just put in my mouth. And that's what I told him, because he had said that earlier, and I said, we don't have any, thank God.
What?
Honey instead of what?
Instead of mustard, or honey and mustard, but then I thought that would be too liquidy.
You should have done the honey.
So then I did the teriyaki.
You could have worked your way up to that. You could have started me off with something easy, and then somewhere down the road gave me the mystery spoon. Do you know me at all? Are we gonna make this a thing? The mystery spoon?
We can
make t-shirts. We'll make a Glen Karen, and engraved on it will be the mystery spoon, and it'll be a spoon shape with a pile of this goop on it, and it'll kind of look like the poop emoji, and it'll have little stinky lines above it, and a smile. Yeah. No, that was bad. Casey Tisler sounds or says that sounds nasty as shit. It was. Please try it. It was horrible. Peter White says, yes, sir. Crab Trapper is a whiskey made out of crabs. You'll be begging for the NA one. Out of crabs?
Like from your hoo-ha?
No, not from your hoo-ha. What is she on? Crab meat. Do you like crab, Joe Dickinson? Do you like
Why'd you say it like that? Joe Dickinson.
Rich Dickens. Do you like crab? Because if you do, and it tastes bad, then that sounds horrifying. But
okay, but whether you like crab or not,
well, the thing is,
drink it.
What if he doesn't like crab, and that's why he doesn't like it? But I like crab, so maybe I would like it, or not like it, because I'm sure probably a lot of people don't like it. But I don't know if I would find it as bad as Malort. On a scale of Malort to Mystery Spoon, where is crab alcohol? Peter White says mustard is the only condiment needed. I hate mustard.
I like mustard. Hold this little pussy.
No, I just don't like it. It tastes bad.
Yes, but you've only had yellow mustard and now spicy.
Do you know how much I wish I liked mustard? It has no calories in it. I could put it on everything.
Eventually, if you literally go around telling people that if you just got over the sharpiness of bourbon, that you would like be able to pick out the flavor notes, and you can't fucking do it with mustard.
That's different because
it's not different.
The reason that works with bourbon is because your body's predispositioned to think that this is poison, which is why it gives you an alcoholic, acidic taste when you start drinking it. It's after you drink it for a certain amount of time, your body realizes that it's not going to kill you, and then that's when you get to...
People taste mustard like they taste bourbon.
I don't care. Mustard's gross.
I don't care. You're just a cold-minded person.
The mystery spoon of death. Horseradish and ground beets. Ooh, I don't like beets, I don't think.
Really? Beets are sweet.
Oh, never mind. I don't like radishes. Oh. Which, are there radishes in horseradish?
I would assume that's why it's called horseradish.
That would make sense. Casey says, yes, apparently it tastes like a briny fireball. Smells like boiled crab water. Some reviews describe. 90 proof 4-year bourbon. Wait, is bourbon? No, it can't be. Wait. It can't be bourbon unless it's 50% corn. So what if it's 50% corn, 50% crab?
Corn and crab.
Corn and crab? There's people watching us, and you just sucked on my arm. What is wrong with this one? Casey says, bottle looks cool as shit, though. Now I really have to look it up. It's called, Joe Dickens just said, Crab Trapper.
I got it.
No, I'm going to put it up for the people. But crab is spelled with a K, right? Crab Trapper. So the interesting thing is, oh, what the?
Holden.
Don't look up Crab Trapper on the internet. You'll just get a bunch of really weird pictures of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. I don't know what that is, but I'll put Crab Trapper whiskey, and that should fix it. Oh yeah, the bottle doesn't look too bad. I'll throw it up on the screen here so you guys can.
It's cute and it comes in a little bottle.
See it. Share screen. We'll just share the entire screen like so. Now we got the little thing. There we go. Crab Trapper right here.
Guys, the whores are back.
Oh my gosh. Somebody please block them. But also, if you guys want to see, if you look up normal Crab Trapper, why?
Why not?
I don't know. That's weird. I don't like that on my screen. We're gonna get that off of there. And we'll stop sharing too. But I don't know where he was. Oh no, wait, we're here. Oh, I'm right here. Okay. Joe Dickinson says I'm gonna go buy a bottle just so you can find out how bad crab whiskey is. Well, if you do, if you bought it, I would drink it. So fair trade, maybe. Peter White says, Peter, so you don't eat hot dogs and sausage on a bun?
With mustard.
No, I eat hot dogs and sausage on a bun with ketchup. I love ketchup. I hate mustard. The thing is, I wish I loved mustard. Casey says, sorry, bourbon steeped. So they steep the bourbon in
Crab? That's disgusting.
Also, thank you, Peter, for getting those nasty hers out of our chat. But I think I need to scrub my mouth. Honestly, if I scrub my mouth out with a toilet brush, it would still be an improvement.
I think you're just being exaggeratory.
Go ahead and try that. Go ahead and eat that, and then. But no, the thing is,
olives.
if she would have said, "Now this is olives and mustard and soy sauce and cinnamon," I could have prepared mentally. But when you don't know what's going in your mouth, do you realize how bad it tastes? She could have given me frosting, but if I didn't know it was frosting, I still would have been like butt puckered until it was like registered in my brain, you know?
It's okay.
I just Casey says $65. You can get it online or at the distillery. At the distillery? Where the hell do they distill something like that?
At the Crab Traps.
The Crab Trapper Distillery. Yeah, Joe Dickinson says, wait, 65 for 200 milliliters?
Yeah, I told you it was a little bottle.
Well, I know it was a little bottle, but I didn't know $65 was for that little bottle. Definitely do not buy that, Joe. I mean, if you have some, I would taste a sample, but I would never want you to spend $65 on a 200 milliliter bottle of crap. Same difference. Where's my hat?
I put it somewhere special.
Oh, my hair's not long enough to do that. Beavered it. Tamworth Distillery. Tamworth Distillery, where is that out of, Casey? Is that like sounds like something that would happen in California, honestly. You know, I got
crabs are on the East Coast, so.
Really? There's none on the West Coast?
I'm sure there are some on the West Coast, but I'm pretty sure that like the fresh seafood thing is like.
I mean, to be fair, if I expected any coast to have crabs, I would expect there to be more people on the east or on the West Coast with crabs, but that's just me. Sugar Kitty says 210.90 if you need somewhere to go after this stream, and he put the link in the chat. Yes, please do check out 210.90. We are at the 2 hour and 6 minute mark. Great live stream for the day. We're going to be signing off very shortly. Just read this one or two comments. Casey says they make a bunch of other weird shit. LOL, venison whiskey.
Interesting.
I like venison. Maybe I would like venison whiskey. But either way, that is interesting. But, sorry. Peter White says, in the words of Dirty Harry, nobody, and I mean nobody, puts ketchup on a hot dog. Really? I love ketchup on a hot dog.
Holden's just too typical.
The thing is, I love ketchup on anything. I used to work at a...
Ketchup is the condiment of taters.
Excuse me.
You're excused. And I'm not your bra.
Excuse me, brah. Okay, well, anyway, let's let that settle down. But I'll click that link later and I'll watch that video. New Hampshire apparently is where they.
I told you. East Coast.
You're right.
Where's New Hampshire, Holden? You don't even know.
New Hampshire is right by New York and Boston in Maryland. Right?
Where's Boston?
Boston is under New York in Maryland. It's not, is it?
Turn this off. I've had enough stupid for the night. I can't.
Wait. Where is it?
Boston is in Massachusetts.
Oh, no, I knew that.
No!
It just starts with an M, so I got confused. I've drank a lot of whiskey tonight. Blame the whiskey. I'm not even a little bit buzzed, but it's the whiskey's fault. But it is under New York, right?
It's not.
Where is it?
Massachusetts is above New York.
Carolina? Wait.
Carolina's way south of New York.
Where's Maryland? Maryland is under New York, right?
Maryland is under New York.
And above Carolina.
I believe so.
But Massachusetts is above New York.
It's above New York.
Are you sure it's not like
Massachusetts is where Ashley lived for a while.
Really?
Oh, wait, no, she lives in Connecticut. Close to Massachusetts.
Peter White says it's only 41 seconds long. I could watch it right now on the live stream, actually. No, it doesn't work. Wait, hold on. If I click on this, it might bring me to the link.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna look up an East Coast map for you.
Oh no, something went wrong. Well, okay. Well, I tried clicking the link, Peter, and my computer fritzed out. So I'm definitely gonna watch it after the live stream is over.
Look,
but
come here. Okay.
Oh, okay. We got it here, guys.
They know. They're not crazy. You need to look at it.
Okay. Yeah, it's to the right of New York. That's what I thought.
You said beneath.
Same difference. It's touching.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Sugar says ketchup on a hot dog is complete sacrilege. Sacrilege. What is the definition of sacrilege? The definition of sacrilege is being looked up by Lauren. Casey says right by Vermont and Maine, Massachusetts is east of New York.
It's a violation. Holden is a sacrilege of the Americans.
Sacrilege means violation. Casey says Breaking Bourbon's ECBP 123 review doesn't sound too bad. You know, if I could just, I don't know, find one, I would give you guys a review too.
I looked at 2 Total Wines and I didn't find any.
I know. I looked at 2 stores today and they didn't have any. And it's January 24th. How long are they going to wait? I haven't even seen a single ECBP A122 on Facebook yet. Anywhere in the world. And I'm in Bourbon Junkies Facebook and Whiskey Bourbon Scotch Enthusiasts Facebook group. And those two both have a lot of people from around the United States. And I haven't seen a single post about ECBP A123. But I'm sure I'll get it and I will give you guys a review. Sugar says Massachusetts is below Vermont and Maine. Sacrilege is against my religion. So in other words, Sugar Katie says ketchup is against his religion on hot dogs.
Wow.
I love ketchup. I put it on everything. I'll put it on fish. I'll put it on cheese curds. I'll put it on French fries. I'll put it on hot dogs. I'll put it on burgers.
You talk like this.
I like ketchup a lot. I think I look for an excuse to eat ketchup. But
we're gonna go.
Oh, hold on. I'm cut off. That being said, everybody, thank you all for being here so much. We appreciate it. Honestly, this is a really good live. I think we had a lot of fun, right? Anyway, we had a lot of fun, and thank you all for being here. Also, oh, wait, I remembered. Hold on. Joe Dickinson said, Bourbon Van reviewed A123. I'll have to look it up. I am very interested to see what 123 tastes like, because I'm curious. The thing is, I did the 2022 series of ECBPs, and I said B522 was the best. I'm just curious if A123 has got there. Lauren has spoken. True. Cheers. All cheers, Casey. Meow to Sugar Kitty. And guys, there are plenty of other people streaming tonight. Remember, Scott is next up on TGIT lineup. Scott from My Bourbon Journey. He was live streaming at kind of at the same time as me. I'm not sure if he still is going, but if he is, go watch him because he's awesome, and he's got the guy from Sagamore, I think he said it was, on his channel tonight. So if you guys are interested in that. Also, after that, 21090 is streaming. So go check out 21090's live stream. They are with, do you remember who they're with or what they're doing? They're doing a music showdown between, was it Sabbath? Black Sabbath? Wait. Honestly, I'm not good enough to remember exactly what it was. But 21090 is streaming tonight as well. So definitely go and check them out. And then if you feel like staying up late night, Whiskey Encore is on with Cheech. I think Sugar Kitty said 9 o'clock our time. So whatever that is for you guys, it's in 45 minutes, I believe. So go and check them out. Finally, closing statement. Sugar Kitty says there are media samples of A123 out there to channels. Okay, that makes sense. And Scott is going... It's still going, yes, Sagamore Distiller. 21090 on now. The White Snake versus Poison. That's what it was. But definitely go check them out, guys. I'll probably hop on there after this live stream. Say hey to everyone. Kind of support the channels. Also, if you like Scotch, there's also Scotch on the Bayou. Pretty cool channel. We actually checked her out last not last week, 2 weeks ago, right? Scotch on the Bayou.
Yes, we did.
And we were in there for a little bit. So, how did the battle with walkers? Probably.
What are you talking
The white snake versus poison.
about? Oh, I don't know.
Because they're old, I think. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I know we had a lot of fun, and thank you all for being here. Also, hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we will see you all in the next class. That was crisp. See you, everybody. Have a good night, and thank you for being here.